Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Big Show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. And yes, we are live on the podcast. We are live on YouTube. Make sure to check those out if you missed part of the show. And the sponsor, Online Trading Academy, 25 years teaching people just like you how to trade, how to invest in the financial markets. My name is Josh Lilquist, and I do have my good friend and my good pal. He is the one and the only, thank goodness, the only
people would say
Mr.
that.
Al Connickson. How are you doing today, Al?
Doing really good, Josh. How about you?
I'm doing really good, and that was actually a little joke. I wish there was more of you because we talk a lot about the stock market, and I can't get enough of it. You got so much insight for our listeners.
Oh, kind of you to say so.
Hey, I'm just being a nice guy today. But, Al, that's a lot of things I want to talk about here today on the show is what's going on in these markets and what are some of the opportunities we're seeing moving forward. I want to talk a little bit about Online Trading Academy, 25 years teaching people how to trade and invest in the financial markets, which is a long time for an educator. And they have content and mentoring and all that stuff for people that are either brand new to the financial markets or if they've been trading and investing for many, many years. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the different assets, futures, Forex, options, stocks, maybe a little cryptocurrency. That's a hot topic these days. But the Fed was talking this week, and there was kind of a roller coaster this week, Al. I believe on Thursday, Mr. Jerome Powell was speaking, so that kind of it opened up a little bit lower, and then we seen a little bit more movement there, and actually pretty good as far as right after that opening. So what's going on in these markets? We're seeing great opportunities going up, but also going down.
Well, for a lot of people, all this up and down movement is just causing confusion. They're just not sure what to do. But you mentioned Jerome Powell. When he speaks, he becomes probably the most influential or powerful man in the world because his words can move the market. On the day before, on Wednesday of last week, the Dow was up 1.4%. I think it was about 430-some points. That was a big up day. The reason that happened is that one of the Fed governors made comments. It was kind of a combination of things. She said that, we're going to have to continue to maybe cause some pain in the markets, but we have to be careful about taking it too far. What the public did is they just kind of honed in on we got to be careful about taking it too far comment. They thought that was good news, so it drove the market up. But we're in an environment where sometimes good news is bad news is good news. Sometimes good news is good news. Sometimes bad news is bad news.
Boy,
it's just confusing. Don't ask me to say it again. But, we're in an environment right now, Josh, where the typical Wall Street strategy, which is a 60-40 split with a buy and hold kind of a strategy, it's 60% stock, 40% bonds, both of which have been taking a hit up to this point. And that strategy just hasn't worked. In fact, Bank of America just came out with an article saying this is the worst start to the year since 1936.
Think about that for a second. Most people are put into that strategy. And if you're in that worst strategy in how many years? Since 1936?
Since 1936.
Well, you were 27 years old at that time?
Zing.
Bazinga, right?
Zing.
No, but that's the problem is people are put in these strategies, and you're seeing this terrible thing happen to a lot of people. That's why I want to talk about in the next few segments here how to protect yourself from those different things that are happening. But continue on there.
Yeah, well, why do people do that? Why do they use that strategy? It's because they don't have the knowledge to take this on their own. They just basically feel I have to have somebody that knows what's going on. I don't have the knowledge. I'm not smart enough. All of those things that Wall Street has kind of perpetuated on us. So they give their money to somebody. It's basically put into the same kind of strategy that everybody else is, that 60-40 split. It's a strategy that only is going to benefit you when the market's going up, and you're supposed to hold on to it for 10 or 20 years. It's a great strategy for the brokerage firms to use, but it gets down to knowledge or lack of knowledge. And think about it. If you are listening right now and you're not a pilot, if we took you over to the airport, put you in the cockpit of a 737 and said, here, fly this plane to wherever, Los Angeles, San Francisco, wherever, you probably would not be able to do that successfully. Why do planes safely make it from one place to another? It's because they have a pilot that has been trained how to fly that plane. And the same thing is true in the markets. Nobody's born as a successful trader or investor. It's something that is learned. It's something that you have to gain the knowledge to be able to do that. So start out by doing this. What we do is we try to simplify things and really just kind of concentrate on what's important. So ask yourself this. If you're going to make an investment, what's the most important factor to you when you're going to buy a stock, for example?
I bet for a lot of people, it's how much money am I going to make, right?
Well, that is true, but how do you choose the particular stock?
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it's looking at the fundamentals. That's what you're told to do. For a lot of people, it's listening to pundits or advisors, their opinion, which can be based on their bias. Maybe for some people, it's a gut feeling. We hear this all the time where people come in and say, I just had a gut feeling about this. If you have a gut feeling, just go buy some Pepto-Bismol and take care of it, but don't let it make a choice for you. But if you say fundamentals, if that's the most important thing, you're wrong. It's not fundamentals, it's price. And remember this, that a good company and a good stock are basically can be two different things. There's no company so good that the price can't be so high that it's not a good investment. So choosing the right price to pay to get into something and the right price to receive when you get out is the key to successful trading.
Yeah, and you talk a lot about that with a lot of, you've helped, thousands of people by now at Online Trading Academy, how to have the right strategy, how to look at the right things or components of trades and investments. And you actually bring a lot of insight in that in the investing classes that you teach as well. We have these classes at our local academies, from Minneapolis to Denver, right? And we have these classes that are about 2 hours. And in these classes, what people can expect to learn is how the financial market actually functions. What stocks are, options, futures, Forex, different strategies for income, but also different strategies for wealth as well. When we talk about wealth here today, we're talking about 401ks and IRAs. But the great thing you brought up there is the strategy of trading and investing is a learned strategy. Nobody's born with it. And that's why Online Trading Academy has been around 25 years, teaching people just like you just that stuff, how to get in the markets, how to do it safely and also confidently. So we have investing class tickets. I do want to give away some tickets too. And this is going to be a text in. So get your phones ready. It's real simple. All you got to do is text the word investing to the number 210-210. And when you do that, you're going to get a text right back to pick a day that works for you, that works really the best on your schedule. We have these classes during the week. We also have these on the weekend, so pretty much anybody can attend. Heck, we even have these in the evening, so those 9-to-5ers,
we do.
You can take a little bit of time and learn about the financial markets in the evening. Text the word right now. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 tickets and a quick start kit that'll help you get started right away. Al, coming up next, I want to continue this discussion about how to get in and out of trades, but how to do that and let the computer work for you. A couple of other things I want to get into in this next segment is we have a lot of people that are looking for income strategies, but they don't want to go get a second job. I want to talk about some of those strategies to use the market for income. This is Josh and Al, Investing and Trading Live. We will be right back.